Maths word problem can be challenging, but with the right approach and the right technique, you can master them. Okay. Over the next few days, we will exploring various strategies and the methods for solving this type of problem. And I am confident that by the end of this course, you are able to tackle any type of word problem. Okay. So let's begin. Our class is divided into three parts. Okay. First one is we are going to learn. Then the second part, we are going to practice. And at the end, we are going to take a quiz in that you can test yourself. So let's start with learning section. In learning section, we are going to learn all the things related to fractions, decimal, and percentages. So let's check the context. Okay. So for today, we have the first question is what are the fractions? Then we are going to learn what are the decimals. After that, we will learn about what are percentages. After that, we will practice the questions and then we have a quiz. And in the last, I will tell you exam techniques and the summary. Okay, for this lesson. Yeah, are you ready for this lesson? Show me thumbs up if everybody is ready.
Yes.
Yeah, I can see. Okay, okay. So as per the rule of group class, you are not allowed to unmute yourself. Okay. Yeah, I will ask you to unmute, then and then only you have to do that. Okay. To make the class smoother. Let's begin with the what are fractions. So fractions are way of writing parts of a whole number. As you can see here, this is a full pizza and you can see this is the 1/4 pizza, right? So by using fraction, you can write parts of a whole number. For example, if we take a pizza and divide it up equally between 4 people, each person will get 1/4. Okay. Yeah, you can also read that 1/4 of that pizza. Fine. So this is about the fraction. In the fraction, basically you have two things. One is the numerator and 4 is the denominator. Okay. Very good. Let's move to the next one. What are decimals? Okay. So decimal is a way of writing whole numbers and the fraction together. No one will get the remote control. So please don't ask that. A decimal is a way of writing whole number and a fraction together. In the decimal number 5.8, 5 is a whole number and 8 is a fractional part. Decimal are also called in-between numbers. Why we call it in-between numbers? Because here, as you can see, 7.4 is a decimal number, which lies between 7 and less. And 7.4 is more than 7, but less than 8, right? Okay. So up to now, anyone have any doubt? Please raise your hand. Otherwise, yeah, Reem, do you have any doubt?
No.
Okay.
Yes.
So use that feature only and only you have a doubt, okay? Otherwise, you don't have to raise your hand.
Sir, I have a doubt. So 7.4. So 4 is
let's
low.
move on to the next
So why
page.
would it be more than 7?
What are the percentages? So once we have cleared about the fraction and decimal, the third one is the percentage. Percentage is a number or a ratio that can be expressed as a fraction of 100. So it is all thing you have to understand about the percentage is a number or a ratio. It will gives you the idea like out of 100 how much you have. So it is represented by this sign. This is the percentage symbol. Okay. And this is the formula. If you want to figure it out any question, then you have to put the value of part and whole, and then you have to times by 100. Please mute all of you, okay? Because some of the parents are requesting me to ask you to mute, okay? So keep mute yourself. Okay. For example, if John score 80% marks on his math test, it means 80 marks out of 100. So I think we are clear about the definitions. These definitions are very easy, and you all know about the percentage, decimal, and fractions, right? So it's right time to move to practice some questions. And in this question, you will get type of questions which is asked in 11+ exam. So let's begin with the first question. What fraction of 3 by 3 big square is occupied by the shaded square? So I am giving you time limit, okay? And this question can be solved in 1 minute 30 sec. And I am asking you, all of you, to do this question. Okay, you all have 1.5 minutes. Use it wisely, and after that you can send me your answers in the chat. You need to tell me what fraction of the square is occupied by shaded square. Yeah, I am looking for the answers. You can drop a message. There are 265 members, so I'm looking at least 200 answers. Up to now, I received 40 answers. Okay, 1 minute is left to solve this question. Then we will solve it together. Fantastic. You are doing well, all of you, because I can see there are more than 100 answers. I have. Okay. So I am solving this because this is the first question, and I would like to say about this question, like most of your answers are correct. Okay. So nothing is to worry, but let's solve together. So what fraction? They are asking about what fraction. Okay. So ultimately you have to mark this word because they are asking you to tell them fraction. Okay. So your answer must be in a fraction. And then what they are asking, another thing is they're asking the fraction for shaded square. And the square, bigger square is of 3 by 3, right? Okay, so let's start solving this question. So here you can see, if we will see the total number of small squares, okay? Small square, it means I am talking about this. So I can see total number of small squares, I have 9. Are you agree with that? Everyone, show me thumbs up. Yes, so I can see everybody is agree on that. So first of all, we need to figure it out. Total number of small squares, and we all know 3 by 3, it means there are 9 squares. Now the next thing we need to do is we have to count how many of them is shaded, right? So here I can show you how many of them is shaded. So the central one, it's clearly the one fully is shaded, right? Now, if I will merge these two, then it will become full, right? So it is second. Then if I'm merging this, then it's the third one. If I'm merging this two, then it's the fourth one. And if I'm merging this, then I have total 5 shaded, right? So if I will write here total number of shaded square, then my answer will be 4, right? I mean 5. So the required fraction will be what? So required fraction will be, you know how to write the fraction, right? Required fraction will be part divided by whole, right? So how many parts we have? 5 parts, right? So 5 out of 9, and you can see 5 over 9 is the answer. Yeah. Fantastic, everyone. I can see most of you have done this question correctly. So let's move to the next question. Oh, wait. So see, this difficulty level of this question is easy, okay? This question is easy. And answer of this question is 5 over 9. Let's move on to the next question. Yeah, and let me select one person to read this question. Anaira, can you please read this question?
Laura went to put her laptop.
I cannot hear you.
Laura
Okay, Krishna, can you please read this question?
Laura went to put her laptop on charge. She puts her laptop 74.33 centimeters away from the socket. Her charging cable was 35.76 centimeters long. How much closer would she need to put her laptop so that the charging cable should reach it?
Okay, so let's solve this. Okay, you have again, I am giving you 1.5 minutes to solve this question.
Can we solve it in the chat?
Yes, everyone, please try to solve this. Okay, time's up. Let's solve it together, and I can show you how to highlight the words and which are the important words here. Laura went to put her laptop on charge. She puts her laptop 74.33 centimeter away from the socket. So this is the first data, and this is they are talking about the length, right? Like this is just a measurement, okay, and which is in the centimeter. Now her charging cable was, so the charging cable was 35.76 centimeter long, and the question begins from the third sentence, and that one is, how much closer would she need to put her laptop so that the charging cable could reach it? So here what we need to do, you know that like how much she is far, and you know that what is the length of the charging cable. So we just need to subtract them, right? So we all know column subtraction for the decimal. So just write the bigger number, and that is 74.33. Now subtract 35.76 from that. So after that, you can subtract this, and here it's very easy. See, 3, we have to subtract 6 out of 3, and that's not possible. So take carry, and this is a 10. So 13 minus 6, and that is how much? 7, right? Now 2 minus 7, that's not possible. So do this, and then 12 minus 7 we need to do. So it's a 5. Then we have to cancel this 6, and this one is the 10. So 13 minus 5. So 13 minus 5, if we do, then we have the 8, and 6 minus 3, that's 8. I mean 3. So 38.57 centimeter will be your answer. Yeah, and I can see in the chat box, most of you have done correctly, okay? But you need to mention the final units as well at the end, okay? So if you mention the final unit at the end, then only it's your correct, okay? Because sometime you have to check, are they asking in the centimeter or meter, okay? For example, in the same question, if they will ask you for the meter, then you need to convert this same answer into meters, okay? And that is going to be 30, like 0.3857. Why it is? Because we know that 1 meter equals to 100 centimeter, okay? So make sure the last unit of the answer, right? Okay. So difficulty level of this question is easy. For this, we have this answer 38.57. So there is no problem. And difficulty level is easy. Let's move on to the next question. Yeah. So, okay, let me choose one person to read this. Sanjana, can you please read this question?
Henry and Will bought a game of £30. Henry said £12. Henry paid £12 and Will paid £18. What percentage of the total cost did each boy pay?
Okay, thank you. So in this question is easy category, okay? So I am giving you 1.5 minutes to solve this question. Please everyone try to solve this question. Yeah, so nothing else to worry. Let's solve it together. Okay. So in this, we have 2 persons, okay? One of them is the Henry, and the second one is the Will. So let's highlight the words. Henry and Will bought a game is of £30. Now Henry paid 12 and Will paid 18, okay? So these are the amount paid by Henry, and this is paid by Will. Now the question is, what percentage of the total cost did each boy pay? Okay, so we have to figure it out, the percentage for both of them. So first of all, as per the percentage formula, we know that how to find out the percentage. So that is part divided by whole times 100, right? So this way you can find the percentage. Let's start with the Henry, okay? So we are calculating for Henry. So we know that how much paid by Henry? Henry paid £12. And what is the total? Total of this is 30. And it is also mentioned in the question, and times by 100. So we have to figure it out what it will be, right? So as you can see, if you are able to cancel 0, you can cancel this way. And then you can see 3 times 4, right? So what left here? 4 times 10, and that is how much? 40%, okay? Yeah, the final answer will be in the percentages, because this is the formula of percentage. Now let's do the same thing for Will. So as we can see here, how much paid by Will? Will paid 18 pound out of 30 pound. So you need to do times by 100. And the same way you can cancel the 0 as we have done for Henry. Now, as you can see, 18 comes under the times table of 3. So you can cancel this way. 3 times 6. And what left at the end? 6 times 10. So it's 60 percentages. So you can mention here answer. The percentages are 40 and 60 for Henry and Bill respectively. And difficulty level was easy. So this question is also easy, and in this you have to figure it out the percentage. Let's move on to the medium level questions. Yeah, show me thumbs up to now if you are happy with this class and you are learning from this session. And also show me hands up if raise your hand if you are enjoying. Okay, yeah, okay, fine. So I can see you are enjoying the class. Fantastic.
Question.
Let's move on to the question number 4. See, it's a word problem, so we have many questions for the day. Okay, and at the same time I'm clearing your concepts as well. So let's do this question. There are 2 sections, okay, part A and part B. So I'm reading this question. A pitcher can hold 3 liters of orange juice. So the pitcher can hold 3 liters. And then Alexa fills up a glass and drink 1/6 of orange juice. Now the first question is, how much orange juice does a glass hold? So this is the first question you all need to solve. And the next question is, how much orange juice is left in the pitcher? So there are 2 questions and I am giving you 2 minutes to solve this question. Yes, everyone, please start solving. Once you get the answer, you can put your answer in the chat box. Okay, remove raise hand option from the Zoom, okay? So that you can use only and only you have a doubt or if I ask, otherwise you have to remove it, okay? So we will get a clear idea. Yeah, please remove everyone. Okay, so let's do this question, okay? I am solving and you can check your answer. Okay, so let's start with this. How much orange juice does a glass hold? So the first question is about how much glass is holding, and it is very clear here. Glass can hold 1/6 of orange juice. So you can write like this, 1/6 of the orange juice. And how much is the orange juice? Orange juice is the 3 liter, right? So 1/6 of 3 liter. And here either you can keep liter as it is, or else if you want to convert your liter into the ml, then you can convert it into 3000 ml. Because we know that 1 liter equals to 1000 ml. Okay, so let's do this 3000 ml. So 1/6 of 3000, it's very clear. You can cancel this and you will get 500 ml as answer. So glass can hold 500 ml. Now the next question is about how much orange juice is left in a pitcher. So they are asking how much left in the pitcher. So if Alexa fills up a glass of 500 ml, then what left in the pitcher? So that's very clear. Like 3 liter is nothing but 3000 ml, and you have to subtract 500 ml from it. So it's 2500 ml. Okay, so required answers are 500. Okay, see, now the point is you have to take care of the units, okay? What they are asking. If the question is asking in ml, then these answers are correct. If question is asking in liters, then you have to keep your answer into the liter. So 500 ml, that is nothing but 0.5 liter. And this 2500 ml, that is equals to 2.5 liter. So as per the question requirement, you have to take care, okay? For now, I am writing 0.5 liters and 2.5 liters for A and B part respectively. And this is medium level of question. Let's move on to the next question. Question number 5. Rayansh, can you please read this question?
I am greater than half of 11. I am less than 1/3 of 18. And rounded to
Yes, Rayansh.
I round up to
Okay, nothing is to worry. Question is bigger. So mute yourself and we will do it like I am reading for all of you and you all can solve. I am greater than half of 11. This is the first line. Then the next line is I am less than one third of 18. The third point is when rounded to nearest tenth, I round up, not down. I am 6 when rounded to nearest whole. So these are the four, we have a clue. This four clue we have, and using this, we have to figure it out who am I. Okay, so you have four options, and I'm giving you 2 minutes to solve this question. Everyone start solving. Okay, 1 minute left to solve this question. Quick, everyone. I can see many answers are coming, and those answers are absolutely, most of them are correct. Fantastic. 30 seconds left.
अगर उसने नहीं दिया दोनों आंसर तो उनको बोलना है कि there are two right answers. What is this one?
Okay, time's up. Let's do it together. So as I am doing here, see, while reading the question, you have to highlight the some of the things, or you can underline. The first thing is I am greater than half of 11. So it means my answer must be more than half of 11. And what is the half of 11? So it's very clear. Half of 11 is 5.5, right? So the answer must be greater than 5.5. Now move on to the next line. I am less than one third of 18. So they are telling you one third of 18, right? And what is the one third of 18?
Less than
So one third of 18, that's 6, right? So they are telling you it's less than that. Yeah. So it's very clear. Your answer must be less than 6. So after having this two clue, you are able to cancel some of the options. First option you are able to cancel is this one because this is more than 6. And the next option you are able to cancel is the option D. Why? Because this is less than 5.5. Your answer must lies in between 5.5 to 6, right? From this condition, it's very clear.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So after that, you can see either A or C could be your answer. So you need to check the other two conditions. I am 6 when rounded to nearest whole. So that is true for both of them, right? It will become 6 if you round to nearest whole. So A and C, you are not able to cancel any of them. So let's do the third condition. When rounded to nearest tenth, mark this word. They are telling you nearest 10. In the fourth line, they told you nearest whole. Okay. So those are the different things. I rounded up, not down. So here you can see I have a 2 number. And if you know how to round, it's okay. Otherwise, I'm revising here. Let's say this 5.63. Okay. This is the number. And here you can see which one is at the 10th place. So 6 is at the 10th place. Okay. So we need to do rounding around nearest tenth. And here you can see after the 6, you have a number that is a 3. And you have to look after it. If 3 is 5 or more, no. It is 4 or less, yes. So if it is 4 or less, then it will go round down, okay? So the rounding will be 5.6. But the important thing is what we have done here. We have done round down, right? Yeah. So we have done round down for this. So this cannot be our answer because as per the third condition, it should be round up, not down, right? So let's check for this to confirm the answer. It's a 5.85 and they are rounding to nearest whole number. So we can break down from here. And now this is 5 or more, right? If it is 5 or more, we all know we have to round up, right? So according to that, our answer is option C. Clear everyone this question? This is good question, right? Okay. So answer for this question is option C and that is 5.85. And the level of difficulty is medium under the decimal section, okay? So let's move to the next question. Question number 6. Navya, can you please read this question?
Alice has 30.
Please, other members, keep mute, okay? Yeah. And this question is medium level category, but here you need to figure it out the three values. So I am giving you 2.5 minutes to solve this question. Or you can solve in 2 minutes as well. Let's keep 2 minutes. Or if you require, then you can take 2.5 minutes. Okay, let's skip 2.5. Yeah, please everyone solve this question. You can send your answer in the chat, then we will do it together.
Bye.
Okay, let's solve this question. So Alice has 35% of 120. Let's highlight some of the things. First thing you can see, Alice has 35% of 120. Next thing is the Bob has 20% of 250. And the third person, Chris, have 60% of 85 pounds. So let's write all of their names, okay? The first one is the Alice, okay? Then Bob we have, and then we have Chris, okay? So as you can see, 35% of 120. And as you know, if you convert this phrase into the maths, then what is going to happen? 35 percentage. It means what? 35 out of 100. And instead of, you have to put the multiplication sign. So 35% of 120. It means 35 over 100 times 120. Do the same for the remaining two. For Bob, you can say 22%. It means 22 over 100. Instead of, you can put multiplication sign. And the amount you have to write like this, 250. Now the next and the last one is the Chris. Okay, so 60%, it means what? 60 out of 100 and times by 85. Okay, after doing this first step, we have to simplify it. Okay, to simplify, you can cancel the zeros if it is possible. So here I can see this zero I can cancel clearly. Yeah, and here what left with me? 35 times 12 divided by 10. Okay, so as you know, 35 times 10, that is 350. That's the clear. And 35 times 2, that's another 70. Okay, so 0 plus 0, by doing column addition, it's a 0, 5 plus 7, it's a 12, 1 will be carryover, so it's 420. 420 divided by 10. So it's just 42 pound. Okay, now let's do the same process for Bob. Here, as I told you, you can cancel the 0 if available. After this, you can just multiply the numerator. So 22 times 25. As we know, 25 times 20 you can do, and that is how much? 500. And one more time, you can do 25 times 2. How we are doing this? Because we are breakdowning, okay? See, 25 times 20 and 25 times 2. This all together is 25 times 22, right? So by using this concept, I'm doing this, okay, to get quick answer. So here I'm going to get 550. And the denominator is the 10, right? So if I will write here what I am going to get, 550 divided by 10. So my answer is going to be 55 pound. So as I can see, Bob have the more money than Alice. So Alice could be not the correct answer. Let's do the same for the Chris. And we can cancel the 0. Okay. Now 85 times 6 we need to do. And then you have to divide by 10. Okay. So you can do multiplication here, 5 times 6, that's the 30. 0 will be here, 3 will be carryover. 6 times 8, that is 48. And 48 plus 3, that's a 51. So what you have? 510 divided by 10. So it's a just 51 pound, right? As you can see here, who has the most money? That was a question. And we got the answer for this question. And the correct answer is Bob. If you got Bob as answer, fantastic. You are doing well. Okay. Absolutely. You are doing a very excellent work. And the difficulty level is medium for this question. Okay. Now let's move on to the next question. Yeah, everyone, please do this question. And who is going to read this question? Diksha, can you please read this question? Other members, please keep mute.
Jane plants a row of carrots. There is a gap of 2.2 meters between each carrot, and the row begins and ends with a carrot. She has 8 carrots. How long is the row of carrots when she has finished?
Okay, thank you, Diksha. So let's solve, everyone, and you all have 2 minutes to solve this question. See, during the exam, not having just correct answer is important, but the time management is also important. For 11 plus exam, accuracy as well as time management is required. So you need to do all the things, all the questions. Whenever you are practicing, you must have your time limit. Like I need to solve this question within 1 minute. If it is easy, if it is medium, then you need to solve it in 2. Or if it is the hard level of question, then you can give 2 minutes or more than that. But make sure you are not getting stuck in the single question throughout the exam, right? Because you have many questions to do in the exam. Yeah, everyone, 1 minute is left to do this question. Last 30 seconds. Okay, time's up, everyone. So I'm reading this question. Let's solve it. Jen plants a row of carrot. Okay. There is a gap of 2.2 meters between each carrots. So there is a gap of 2.2 meters, and the row begin and end with a carrot. So it is ending and starting with the carrots. She has 8 carrots. And the question is, how long is the row of carrot when she has finished? So this is the question. So here the picture is also there. So this gap is of 2.2 meters. As you can see here, if I'm counting the number of carrots, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Here you can see 5 carrots, but if you count the number of gaps, then you will always see that gap will be the one lesser than the number of quantities, right? So I have 4 gaps, whereas 5 carrots. Yeah. So using the same logic, if you have the 8 carrots, it means you have the 7 gaps, right? So once you know the measurement of one gap, you can multiply 7 times 2.2. And this is the required, what we want, okay? But this is decimal multiplication. If you struggle in decimal multiplication, you can always convert this decimal into the fraction like this, 22/10, right? 2.2 we can write like this. Now, after this, you can multiply 22 times 7. Okay, 22 times 7. If you multiply 7 times 2, that's a 14. 1 will be carryover. 7 times 2, 14 plus 1, that's 154. So 154 divided by 10. So your final answer is going to be 15.4. And the unit is going to be meter, right, everyone? So the correct answer for this is 15.4 meter, and difficulty level is medium. Okay, but here we have one good concept, that is what number of carrots, it doesn't equals to number of gaps. Okay, number of gaps is always one less than the number of quantity. So up to now, we have done many questions. Now we are starting our next level. Okay. And in this, we have a quiz. You all have to solve the question within given time limit, and you need to test yourself. So you can analyze yourself how you are doing. It's your assessment type of thing. You have to do it by yourself, and you have to judge it, like how much I'm getting. Okay, so let's have the first question. Lily, can you please read this question?
Grace went to fill her car with petrol. She parked her car 6.8 meters from the petrol tank. The pipe was 3.86 meters long. How much closer would she need to park her car so that the pipe could reach it?
Thank you, Lily, for this. Now, everyone, please solve this question in 1.5 minutes. It's easy question. You can do in 1 minute as well. I'm giving you extra 30 seconds. So please complete it quickly. And I'm watching your answers in the chat. So once you get the answer, you can put your answers over there.
4.
1 minute left. Excellent. I'm getting many answers correct. Last 30 seconds. I appreciate your answers, but time's up. Very good, everyone. Okay, so let's do it together. And I'm solving this question quickly. Grace went to fill her car with a petrol. She parked her car 6.8 meters from the petrol tank, and the pipe was 3.86 meter long. How much closer would she need to park her car so that the pipe could reach it? So it's very easy question. We just need to subtract two given decimals, right? So as you can see, how much she is far? She is far 6.8 meters. And what is the length of this pipe? So we can see that the length is 3.86. So how much she needs to come closer? So we can subtract this. If nothing is given, then you need to put here 0, right? Why? Because we have to align the decimal points. Okay. So once you do this, as you can see, 6 cannot subtract from 0. So you need to take borrowing. Okay. So this is 7 and this is 10. So 10 minus 6, that's a 4. Okay. And again, you cannot subtract 8 from 7. So you need to take borrowing 5. And here you will get a 10. Okay. So 10 plus 7, it's a 17. 17 minus 8, that's 9. Okay. Yeah. And 5 minus 3, that's a 2. So answer of this question is 2.94. Very good if you are getting this answer. Okay. And difficulty level was easy to medium. Yeah. So nothing is to worry. Let's move on to the next question.
Sir, if that question was
everyone,
wrong,
please do this question.
Then I corrected it.
Khushi, you want to read this question? Please read this.
What does do?
What is 20% of 60% of 140,000?
Okay, excellent. Thank you, Khushi. Yes, everyone, please solve this.
Sir, it's actually 14,000. Sir, it's actually 14,000.
And do it automatically and go to your record file.
I'm not really sure what the answer is.
So the question is, what is 20% of 60% of 14,000? Okay. And I'm giving you 1 minute. Okay, 1.5 minutes is sufficient for this. Yes, everyone, please do this question. Okay, last 1 minute is left.
I'm done. I'm done.
Finish.
Finished.
Finished.
Okay, last 30 seconds.
Finish. 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 Finish.
Okay, time's up.
Finish.
So whenever you have a question, you just have to convert your given words into the mathematical expression. Okay. So what is given to you? What is 20%? So you know that 20%, that is nothing but what? 20 out of 100. Instead of you can put multiplication sign. Do the same for 60%, 60 out of 100. And then next, instead of, you can put multiplication sign and then the bigger number. And that number is 14,000. Now, see, don't directly multiply the numerator and the denominator. Okay. If it is possible to simplify them, simplify it. Yeah. So I can see here, I can cancel 2 zeros with it. This. Now I am able to cancel this 0 with this and one more 0 with this. So I don't have anything in the denominator now. I just left in the numerator some numbers, and the numbers are 2 times 6 times 140. So if I will multiply this 2 times 6, then we have 12 and 12 times 140. Okay. So you can multiply this. Okay. 12 times 14, you can do simply here. Let's do this. So as you can see, 14 times 2, that's a 28, and 14 times 1, and that is at the 10th place. So it's 140, right? So it's 168.
Too big.
Yeah, and at the end you have to add one more 0 because we have not considered here, right? So the answer is 1680 for this question. And the difficulty level of this question was medium. Okay, so let's have the last question, and you have 2 minutes to do this question. Okay, you have 1 minute to solve this question. Okay, everyone, please solve this question. I am reading. The diagram shows a regular hexagon. What fraction of the hexagon is shaded? And your time starts now.
This is impossible. Only 5 minutes. Meeting. Impossible. Done. Why? Oh my gosh, this is so easy. At least you go done. Why?
You can answer me in the chat box. I can see many answers are coming. I appreciate your effort, but make sure your answer must be correct.
I don't know this answer. Cup, I'm not sure.
I can't. Not fair.
Keep-
Same. I don't even know what the answer is.
I'm confused.
Okay, Maria, you can type your question. Okay, keep mute yourself and you can type. Please, if you have any question, type.
not sure. I need help.
Okay, I would request everyone to please stay on mute.
I'm finished. I think I'm not getting a reply. Mute yourself.
You're behave yourself.
Oh.
Number.
Everyone, please keep mute. Okay. Yeah, I am solving this question. Okay. Yeah, so let's solve this question. So whenever you are getting shading type, like fraction shading related question, so you have to figure it out like which is the smallest unit of this figure. So if I will break down this picture into by drawing three diagonals like this, okay? So I can see clearly, okay, one more draw here. Okay, so I can see clearly this unit, this type of triangles are repeating in this hexagons, right? So let's count how many of them are shaded. Okay, so let's first of all count shaded like we are counting shaded number of triangles. Okay, so let's count them. Okay, so we can see here, if we start from here, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 and 8. So there are 8 triangles. Okay, now if we count the total number of triangles, okay, yeah, so do the same counting and continue the same counting, add the remaining one, right? So here you can see 8 are there.
Okay.
Now this is 9, this is 10, 11 and 12, right? So there are total 12, and required fraction will be what? Required fraction will be 8 out of 12. And you can simplify this, and answer is going to be what? 4 times 2
4/6.
and 4 times 3.
Over 6.
So 2/3 is going to be your answer.
4 over
And
6.
this was
4/6.
medium level question. Okay.
2/3.
2/3. 2/3.
Yes, fantastic, everyone. So we have done today
Two
this
thirds.
session, and don't leave the class.
Thirds.
We have to discuss the exam technique in the last 3 minutes. Okay.
It's hard.
So I am giving you some points which are most important for this chapter. First of all, make sure you know that fractions, decimal, and percentage are like how they are related. Okay. So basically, you must know about this, how they are connected. Now, the next thing, you have to practice conversion between fractions, decimal, and the percentages. Yeah. And the next point is, if a fraction is complicated, please simplify it first. If you simplify it, then your number will become smaller and it is easy to handle. Now, the next one is manage your time wisely, because as we know, this exam is of the accuracy as well as time management, because you have limited time to solve all the questions. Now let's talk about the GL board exam. In GL board exam, we all know there are MCQ, multiple choice questions, right? So for any MCQ questions, you can eliminate the wrong options. Okay, so you can decide the remaining options and you can select the correct one of them. Now the last one is double check your final answers. Okay, every time you have to check your answer before selecting any answer. Okay, so make sure you are selecting correct answer. Double check your answer, right? Okay, so let's have the summary of this session. Yeah, here you go. And in the summary, I am just repeating the words, the fraction. Okay, the fraction are way of writing parts of a whole number. So this is the definition of fraction. You must know this. Now after this, a decimal is a way of writing whole number and a fraction together, right? And at the end, percentage is a number or a ratio that can be expressed as a fraction of 100. So this is important. Like a percentage is a number and you can represent as a fraction. Okay. And that fraction is out of 100 and the symbol for it is this one. Okay. Percentage sign. Yeah, everyone. So I hope you have enjoyed today's session. Yeah. So at the end, we have the thank you for the session. Thank you, everyone.